When I'm feeling down, I can't win. Pour a strong cup of coffee and I tune in. I'm waking on up to Java with Jim. Now I know my best day can begin. Yeah.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting episode of Java with the Jims. My name is Jim Meyer, broker associate at Remax Gold. Now you have a friend in the real estate business. I'm here with my good buddy, Kierre Stowes, who is from the Sactown Movie Buffs. He does film criticism, you'd call it, right? And then he's a film critic, and he runs the Sactown Movie Buffs Film Festival, which if you are a local filmmaker, you want to become friendly with this guy. Am I right or am I crazy?
Well, I hope so. I like to be friends with everybody.
Well,
So yeah, I mean, but obviously, definitely, if you're a filmmaker, I definitely want to talk to you. If you're an actor, producer, whatever you do, I love to collaborate and talk to different people within the community that are involved in film for sure.
well, that's great. And what are you drinking this morning?
Today I'm just drinking a little bit of water, actually. I should say it's a coffee, but water.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm drinking my coffee out of my Placer Title Company mug. My coffee is safe and secure, just like our southern border. What I want to do is ask you today, how many days have we been doing this so far in a row? It's
4 now, I think.
okay, so I asked you why you started Sactown Movie Buffs, but I didn't ask you how.
Yeah, that's a really, really good and interesting question. So the first thing I did, and not knowing a lot about how film festivals are operated or ran, I reached out to some of my counterparts within the community. So there's a Sacramento French Film Festival. They were very helpful and gracious. Cecile runs that, and been a good friend of mine for many, many years, over a decade now. And so she was really helpful in telling me kind of basically how to put it together and connecting me with a lot of different players within the industry in order to get this thing going. And, we just kind of just grassroots, just, going out, engaging people in the community, telling them about the film festival, to kind of telling them what we're all about. It kind of helped that I have a little bit of following in the community for my criticism, for film festival, for film criticism. And so we already had some contacts, and we just kind of leveraged those contacts and just said, hey, I know you're a filmmaker. If you're working on any projects, I'd love to be able to see your films and potentially show it at our next festival.
Wonderful. Well, once I raise that $1.5 million to make the story that we want to make, I hope we can talk you into getting our film into your festival.
I would love to. Absolutely. Yeah, it would be great. I think I've seen, like I said, I know we talked about Soul Cage, and I've heard nothing but great things about that. That's another one that I want to see. So I'd be really excited to see kind of what the next project is that you and your team are working on for sure.
Well, thank you. Kierre, thank you so much. You are everybody respects you and likes you, and you've got some competition up in there in Sacramento. Do you work well with the competing film festivals? Are you guys all friendly?
I would love to say that that's the case. I would say I'm probably friendly with about 90% of them. There is one festival or organization in particular that I just don't have a good relationship with, but I would say 90% of them, they're very welcoming. They've had me at their festivals. Sometimes I even cover some of the festivals as well, and I help do a lot of the marketing for some of the festivals. Also, I'm working with Cecile, the Sacramento French Festival, to help her do some marketing. I've worked with Clout Fest. I worked with the California Documentary Film Festival and did some work for them. But yeah, it is a pretty good, tight-knit community. There's a few outliers that just for whatever reason aren't as welcoming, but for the most part, everybody's really gracious. Everybody's real helpful. I'm on the board for Access Sacramento, so I'm also participate heavily in a place called Sacramento's Film Festival as well. But yeah, for the most part, I would say most people are really gracious and welcoming.
Well, that's good. It's a pretty decent community. So will you come back tomorrow, and maybe we'll talk about the future of Sacramento filmmaking?
Absolutely, would love to.
Cool. Okay, we'll see you again tomorrow.